Banana, 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 nano banana, banana with the nano, Anthropic. That's pretty much what the news is today, folks. So Proxy Tech here. I read the TLDR newsletter every morning so you don't have to. Let's take a few minutes, dive in to see what they got going on today. How many of you guys use Nano Banana? Logos, whether it's small business, school project, whatever. You guys familiar with it? So before we read this, I'll just say this about the Nano Banana for Gemini. I use ChatGPT. That was my first, like AI contact or whatever for like consumer. Assuming that's probably most people's was ChatGPT. Use that for school, different projects, etc. Right? Then I use Grok. Then I use Gemini. And now I'm using Claude. I use them all for different things, but what I'll tell you is this. The Nano Banana is probably the best image generator I've came across. I'll put an image in ChatGPT and say a school project. I'll say, make me this logo that says hot dog stand, whatever. I'm doing a little project for school, whatever. Hot dog stand. It'll shoot me one. I'm like, okay, I like that. Hey, can you actually add under it hot dog stand, ECPI, put my school, just so it's like, my professor knows I'm doing it for the school, whatever. And it'll go and create a whole new damn image. Won't even look the same no more. Same was with Grok. Now, I haven't did Grok in a while. I've done ChatGPTs and Groks. Oh, I'm sorry. I've done ChatGPTs recently, but Groks I haven't done in a while. But ChatGPT seems like it's gotten better. Gemini, though, Nano Banana, you put an image in there. You like where they're going with it. You spit some feedback and say, hey, I actually like what you're doing with this, but take out that last part and also throw in this color. And it does it. It's receptive. So that's my experience with it. So this just released yesterday, February 26th. Google reveals Nano Banana 2 AI image model coming to Gemini today. So I'll have to check this out. The last year has been big for Google AI's efforts. Its rapid fire model releases have brought it to the parity with the likes of OpenAI and Anthropic, in some cases pushed it to the lead. The Nano Banana image generator was... Okay, hold up. All right, let's try to pronounce this. Emblematic. I think I got that right. Threw me off there for a second. I wanted to say embolic for whatever reason. Emblematic of the trend when it debuted last year, and subsequent updates only made it better now. Now Google has announced yet another update to its image model with Nano Banana 2, which is available starting today. Nano Banana 2 is known as Gemini 3.1 Flash Image, with previous Nano Banana models were based on the 3.0 branch according to Google. The new release can deliver results similar to Nano Banana Pro, but with the speed of the non-Pro Flash variant. Google promises a new image generator will have more advanced world knowledge pulled from the internet by the Gemini 3.1 LLM. This apparently gives it the necessary information to render objects with greater fidelity and create more accurate infographics. The days of squiggly AI text were already ending, but Nano Banana 2 like text accuracy in image outputs. I don't know though, because I don't know. Maybe that's something different I'm thinking in my head. I was just messing around with it yesterday, at least the Nano Banana. just playing around with a few different logos. I didn't notice anything different off the top of my head. I have to go back and play with it. However, I was just revising some old logos I already had. So I had to check that out and see. Because it was already pretty fast, you know. Nano Banana 2, Google promises consistency for up to 5 characters at a time, along with accurate rendering as many as 14 different objects per workflow. This, along with richer textures and vibrant lighting, will aid in the visual storytelling with Nano Banana 2. Google is also expanding the range of available aspects and resolutions from 512px to 4K widescreen. Okay. Well, first thing I thought of right there is I can come up with some custom 4K images for my OLED, for my wallpaper. I mean, most people on Steam are using Wallpaper Engine, which I don't mind, but I mean, why not? It just gives me a different option. We'll have to check this out right here. So what can you do with Nano Banana 2? Google has provided some examples with associated prompts. These, of course, are handpicked images, but Nano Banana has been a popular image model for good reason. The degree of improvement seems believable based on past iterations of Nano Banana. So let's check this prompt out. Prompt: high quality flat lay photography, creating a DIY infographic that simply explains how the water cycle works. Arranged on a clean, light gray textured background, this visual story flows from left to right in clear steps. Simple, clean black arrows are hand drawn onto the background to guide the viewer's eye. The overall mood is educational and easy to understand. The image is shot from top down, bird's eye view with a soft, even lighting that minimizes the shadows and keeps the focus on the process. Sorry. Okay. So this just gives an idea too how we want to be prompting for AI. Because I even sometimes struggle, I'll get lazy, and when you're using it a lot, you'll just throw something in there, you get mad at the result. So this is what it generated. I mean, that's pretty clean. Look at that. That is pretty clean. It's crazy that this is AI generated, right? I think there's another one right here. Let's see. Create an image of a museum. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. That's some French stuff right there, I'm assuming. In the style. Oh, it's comparing too. In the style of bright, colored, synthetic, cubism, no text, your plan is to first research the visual references and generate after. So let's see the difference. This is Nano Banana Pro. And this is Nano Banana 2. It's giving Picasso, if we're being honest, right? Let's see. Create an image of these 14 characters and items having fun at the farm. The overall atmosphere is fun, silly, and joyful. It's strictly important to keep identity consistent of all the 14 characters and items. Okay, so not every prompt has to be, I mean, because this one was like, but there is a lot going on, to be fair. This one was like in depth, like really, you know. I like this prompt just because it really breaks, it executed everything. But then you can even throw in some simple stuff too. Like, look, all 14 characters and items, have them have a party. And, you know, I mean, look, they're executing. That's crazy. Keep them all consistent. Are they all consistent? Let's see. I don't know. He looks like he's been on something. I'll tell you that. The donkey wasn't that happy before. He's smiling, but you know he might have took a hit or something before they generated that. This is crazy. I don't know how you cannot be fascinated with this stuff. I love it. So I'll have to check out the Nano Banana 2 today. And there was something else with Anthropic as well. Per usual, seems like every day. Let's just read and see what they got new going on. Anthropic launches new push for enterprise agents with plugin for finance, engineering, and design. 2-minute read. And we'll end with this. On Tuesday, Anthropic unveiled its new enterprise agents program, the most aggressive push yet to integrate agentic AI into everyday workplaces. Look, not for nothing, I'm a subscriber of, I feel like the most simplest words work. Sometimes these people who make these articles, I feel like they just try to throw in all these, unnecessary words. That's just me. Maybe I'm an idiot. It's an official briefing. Anthropic's head of Americas, Kate Jensen, told reporters that the new system would finally deliver on the promise of agentic AI. 2025 was meant to be the year of 2025 was meant to be the year agents transformed the enterprise, but the hype turned out to be mostly premature, Jensen said. It was a failure of effort. It was a failure of approach. Under the new program, companies can plug in system to deploy pre-agents built with common enterprise tasks, including financial research and engineering specifications. The result is a major opportunity to grow Anthropic's enterprise client base and a significant threat to SaaS products currently performing those functions. We believe that the future of work means everybody having their own custom agent. Most of the enterprise agents program draws on the previously announced technology, particularly Claude Cowork in a plugin system, which was announced in the research preview on January 30th. The systems launched today are largely focused on making those tools easier to deploy within a company, including private software marketplaces, controlled data flows, and customized plugins. The result is a system for deploying Claude's powered agents with the same controls a corporate IT department would expect in deploying software. So I like I said, I just started using Claude, right? And not for nothing. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I just started using Claude, and I'm going to be subscribing to the paid subscription as I have previously for ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini. I like to see what the differences and the strengths and differences are. I'll tell you what, Claude made me, with the free version too, a pretty cool presentation yesterday. I asked it to make me a presentation, and I think it delivered. And let me see if I can pull this up, because I did just save it. Give me 1 second. All right, just wanted to pull that up. So look, I asked Claude to make me a presentation. Gave it a long prompt, what I wanted included, what I offer, how the business works. Kind of just like a demo, rough draft, and I feel like it's pretty much almost complete. Now, I haven't touched anything yet. This is what it gave me, just fresh out the box, right? And just check this out. I mean, this is cool. It asked me a couple questions too. I gave it a long prompt and it said, who are you going to be showing this to? Is it employees, like property managers, or like the CEO? Right. And I put, okay, like property managers, employees. Um, what businesses are you focused on was another question it asked me, like multiple choice before it gave me anything back. And it's like small businesses, local businesses, large corporations. I put local businesses. And they asked me one other question too, but they asked me like 3 or 4 questions, answered them all. About 4 or 5 minutes, just came back. And I think it only took that long because there's been outages lately, which they have a link and they send you a link where you can check their outages. Ironically, when I had just starting to, start dipping in the water with Claude and whatnot, just started, it's booming right now, right? So some outages. When I get that paid subscription, hopefully I don't deal with that. So we'll see. But check this out, though. I mean, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but just this is 100% made by AI. Saved me maybe 30, 40 minutes just going through, making this look clean, and it's just, of course, you got Canva and other things where they have templates. I'm not being oblivious where there's not stuff that's not AI involved where you can't get stuff like this. Of course, you can always go and get your templates and do all that. There's, other ways to go about it. But I mean, I'm like I said, I'm pro AI. I love this stuff. I think it's here to make everything easier. And I just thought this was really cool. I wish I had this when school first came out. I would get kind of ideas for templates, but they would never like this sent me the file on Claude. So it asked me how I wanted it to download too. It said, do you want like text for each slide, or do you want just the whole PowerPoint? And it gave me that whole PowerPoint. And let me just double check here. Let me see. Looking at my other monitor over here. It gave me. Let me double click this. Yeah, so when I clicked it's Microsoft PowerPoint. So it's working in conjunction with all of these applications now. It's not. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think how fast this is kind of just shot up. AI as a whole, right? I mean, like I said, I started using this stuff when I first got into school a few years ago, and I mean, where it's at now, it's just a whole different. It's just accelerated. I mean, 100x plus. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. I'm looking forward to reading some more of this stuff. I love reading it. I'm gonna read it anyways, right? So I might as well make some content out of it and see what everyone else thinks. Find some like-minded people. I look forward to reading this stuff, man. See you guys in the next one.